What's going on? What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another edition of, excuse me, the Over the Barricade weekly wrestling podcast. I am your host. You can call me Beast. You can call me Rose. You can call me Beast Mode. You can call me Rose Mode. You can call me Rose Gold. Call me what you want. Just don't call me for shit. I am your host, Beast. As you know, I do not do this alone. Today, I got not only this man who I'm about to bring on, the esteemed host of the 100 Yards and Running weekly football podcast here on the Family Meeting Podcast Network. You can see him there, but right now, that's what we know him as over there. But over here, we know him as Tony D'Angelo's biggest fan. Ladies and gentlemen, my brother, Reggie Walker.
Let's get what they try. I am not Tony D'Angelo's biggest fan, and we gonna talk about that later on. But what's going on, brother? What a week! I'm on fire. Let's get started.
Oh man, listen, we gonna get started, and I really can't wait to get to NXT. You have made me really look forward to the NXT portion of this show with the crash outs over Tony D'Angelo, bro. Like, oh my god, this is
See what I'm doing for you, Triple H.
uh,
See what I'm doing for you, Shawn Michaels. Where's my contract, huh? See, I'm tuning
exactly.
people in every Tuesday to NXT. What's up? But let's go to Monday Night Raw, man. Let's get started with Monday Night
Jump right
Raw.
in, bro. Let's jump right in. And as you
Man,
know,
what a
folks,
week.
we talk like I say, we talk about the highlights, the main stuff, the main, meat and potatoes, what we gonna walk away talking about at the end of the day. We're not gonna, do it, you know.
Well, as my brother said, we gonna talk about the highlights of Monday Night Raw, and I'm gonna talk about one of the highlights right now. To me, this match was announced to me. Penta going 1-on-1 with Pete Dunne, and Penta came in red hot. We know how Penta is. The pop that Penta got
I
when
really
he
hope this is not
debuted
gonna be.
against Chad Gable. We're starting with Penta and Pete Dunne. And
Yes,
that matchup was amazing. Pete Dunne being Pete Dunne and Penta being Penta. This match did not let down anyone, and not even me. It had me at the edge of my seat. Pete Dunne, being the technical wrestler that Pete Dunne is, pulling out some of the moves that he did on Penta. But Penta being Penta, coming in red hot after beating Chad Gable, his momentum did not stop. Once he hit that Mexican destroyer on Pete Dunne, hitting him with the Penta driver, beating Pete Dunne for the 1, 2, 3. You're a winner of this match and still undefeated in WWE, Penta.
I'm telling y'all, if I ever get my hands on a Penta mask, like I'm entering the show doing the walk from now on. Like that, like y'all don't understand. I do that shit at work.
Oh, I
like,
do it here
like
until
I,
my
like
wife
I,
looks at me like I'm crazy.
like I walk into the job like that. Like I walk into classrooms like, like y'all don't understand. This thing is taking it over, and the thing is, and I don't want nobody out there. Oh, bees jumping on the hype train. I've been a Penta fan since Lucha Underground. Stop that.
I
Okay.
have to. I have to.
So I've been a
Go
Penta
back to
fan
his
since
matches
Lucha
with Chelsea
Underground.
Green. Don't play
Stop
with
it.
us. Yeah.
Chelsea.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, we can, man, the one where he had to fight Kyrie Sane, the other one, and Io Sky.
Yes.
Especially the last one with Io,
Yes.
listen, if y'all have never watched Lucha Underground, I don't care. Okay, I don't care. You don't have to go back and watch from the beginning. No, just look for the one where Penta had to fight the entire Black Lotus triad. Okay, just look for that. Just look for that one and watch that one. Okay. Oh, that was something. That was something. Anyway, so Penta got the win over Pete Dunne. Don't call him Butch. Do not call him Butch. Okay. In case being called Butch. But speaking of that, like Pete Dunne is far and away too talented to be stuck with that as his gimmick. Like he doesn't even need it. First of all, let's start there.
No.
Um, yeah, yeah, the man doesn't even need a gimmick. So I get him not liking being called Butch for that first angle, but I think it's kind of time for them to move him on from that now.
Yes.
It's definitely it's definitely time for them to move him on to something that he can really, sink his teeth into, because I could see Pete Dunne as an Intercontinental Champion. I could see Pete Dunne as a United States Champion. I could see Pete Dunne as a World Champion, to tell you the truth. Like,
Yeah. I hope they don't
trips.
drop the ball with Pete Dunne. Don't do it.
Like Hunter, I know how you actually feel about Pete Dunne. So like, book him like you feel that way. TG was good. Yes, we know we're doing highlights.
Yes, we are doing highlights.
And the bro, friend of the podcast, Antonio.
Antonio, what's
was
going
good.
on?
He says year, and year right back at you, bro.
You're right back
It's
at
good.
you.
Let's see.
Moving on from
What else
Monday Night
happened on Raw?
we had a lot of
What
interesting.
else happened? That was
Now
memorable.
we all knew what was last night. We're going to
Oh,
talk about.
wait, time out. Oh, before we even get there, did we talk about Nia attacking Liv at the beginning of the show?
She did not attack Liv. It was Rhea.
I mean,
Ripley.
yeah, not Liv, Rhea. My bad. Yeah.
Rhea Ripley is making her entrance into Monday Night Raw. Crowley knew the Women's World Champion. Out of nowhere, dressed in black, just like me, Nia Jax comes out of nowhere and viciously attacks Rhea Ripley, pinning her to the gate or against the wall until
Multiple
Rhea is multiple times.
multiple hip attacks to the
Multiple
thing.
hip attacks to where she almost gave Rhea Ripley a concussion.
Oh.
This setting up to Nia having a match with Raw's newly acquired superstar, Bayley. So Bayley makes the transfer from SmackDown to Raw, taking on Nia one-on-one. Now, this match didn't disappoint either. Bayley and Nia was going back and forth.
I would just like to say that I wholeheartedly and completely would sign up to take any and all of Nia's hit-based offense. But that's just me. Continue.
Nia Jax and Bayley counter after counter after counter, even to the point where this part made me laugh. Bayley hitting Nia with her own finisher, hitting her with the Annihilator, and folding her arms.
Now Bayley. We know, okay, we know You may not want us to know, but we know.
We know.
Okay. It's not even so. It's not going to get the job done. Not against
Wait,
Naya.
no.
Like if it was you and if you was in there with Katana Chance and you hit an annihilator, you probably got it. You probably got it. But not against Naya.
That move was created
It's a
by the
it's a
great
it's a
legend
it's a it's a
Yokozuna.
it's a cupcake compared to Naya's birthday cake, sheet cake, if you will.
Cheesecake for sure. But that took Naya off. Naya showing Bailey how it was done, hitting not one, but two annihilators, beating Bailey for the 1, the 2, the 3. You're a winner of the match, Nia Jax. But was it over after that? No, 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 no. Mommy wanted revenge. Rhea's music hit. Rhea stormed down the ring, and her and Nia were going at it. To the point where WWE officials tried to separate them, and it led outside the ring, where Rhea, jumping off the table onto security, onto Nia, goes right back on the table, picks up the microphone, and said these words: "You, me, Saturday night's main event."
And we had it last night, which
And
we
we
will
had
get
it
to.
last night, which we will get to.
But let me just say this about Rhea. This week, she has been doing like moves and stuff that Rhea doesn't do. Like, like, I mean, I think even when she jumped off the table, what didn't she like? Wasn't it like a rolling senton off the
Yes, it
table?
was. Yes, it was a rolling senton off the table.
Yeah, and then I mean, we're gonna get to it, but then last night she went for she tried to do a springboard hurricane rana, folks. Okay, like not just a springboard hurricane rana, and then when she couldn't get that, ended in a code red. These are moves Rhea Ripley doesn't do. Okay, I feel like this is back in the '90s when Taker came back from the first time he got buried a lot. No, from from getting put in the casket by Yokozuna. When he came back doing drop kicks and flying clotheslines and shit. That reminds me. Yeah, this reminds me of that.
Hey, Rhea figured if I got my title back, I know people are going to be gunning for me. So why not perfect my craft? When she hit that cold, we're going to get to that. I'm jumping the gun. Moving on to what else happened on Monday Night Raw. Let's
Talk
think
about
back, ladies and
talk, talk
gentlemen.
about talk, talk about Gunther and Jay.
Gunther, Jay Uso, being Jay Uso, pumping up the crowd. Setting this matchup, Jay Uso coming in there, hyping himself up for Saturday night's main event against Gunther.
Mm-hmm.
Gunther comes out being disrespectful, ladies and gentlemen.
I keep telling y'all that man is just like he's an underrated microphone savage. Okay, he's so underrated for his microphone savagery. But go ahead, continue.
Gunther basically said to Jay, what he's been saying about Jay all week. You're nothing but a tag team wrestler. You can't beat me one on one. Your family drama is going to get the best of you. I mean, he was
He,
just going
he
in.
called he called him a mascot.
He called him a mascot, folks.
Hold up, wait,
That's
wait, 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 wait.
disrespectful.
Let me check real quick. Let me see if our other guest is ready. Other guest, if you are ready, let me know. Like hit the chat or something. We do have another guest, folks. Hold on.
Yes, we do.
But
But
anyway, yes.
Gunther and Jay Uso. Gunther, Mike skills. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. And I want to keep seeing this from Gunther because since claiming that world championship, and since his rivalry with Priest, and you add Finn Balor to the mix, and Finn tried to cost both of them the title, and now we're seeing Gunther's mic skills. We saw him disrespect Priest, and now we're
Mm.
seeing him disrespect. He called Damian Priest a street rat.
He had me thinking about Aladdin. Okay. I thought like it was bad enough Priest was standing there in a vest. Then he called him a street rat. I wanted Priest to break out in the song Riff Raff. Street rats. I don't buy that. If only you'd look closer, would you see a wrestler in me, Gunther? Listen, dog. The man got disrespectful with Jay, called him a mascot. He said, but I like how Jay responded when he was like, you know what? Once again, everything you saying is right. You know, you're not wrong. I am a mascot, and these are my team. Talk about the fans. I mean, listen.
Man,
I mean, folks, the love that the fans have for Jey Uso is undeniable. Okay, it's undeniable. It cannot be denied. It also cannot be denied that Jey Uso, despite how everyone says, "Oh, he's limited. He's this. He's that. All he does is super kicks, blah blah." I really feel like in all of these one-on-ones, like he pulls something new out every time.
yeah.
You know, he did it last night. He like gun. He definitely earned
He
at
earned a lot of people's respect last night, and
yeah.
we're gonna get to
That's
that.
nice, man. But we're gonna get to that. But yeah, this promo exchange was real heated, but it ended with Jay reminding Gunther this was Jay's moment to get savage on the mic. This is when he reminded Gunther that hey, between the two of us in this ring, one of us is main evented WrestleMania, and it ain't you.
That's a fact. That is a fact.
Gunther like to say, like the holler tag team wrestler. Okay, this tag team wrestler in a tag team match, main evented WrestleMania, with you on the card.
Yeah, he did.
I mean, come on, bro.
What you got to say about that, Gunther?
You was on the undercard that same night. I remember it. It was you, Drew, and Sheamus. I remember it.
Speaking of Sheamus, we're gonna get to Sheamus segment where he was being interviewed backstage, setting up his
Hold up.
match.
Before you do that, let me go ahead and bring him on, everybody. Let me go ahead and introduce our guest for this podcast today. Our homeboy, we know him as the one and only Mega.
Mega.
Fellas,
Brother, what's
What's good?
going
What's
on?
good?
what's good? Figure I come come and see what the fuss is about. Holla at my bros real quick.
I mean, we out here chilling every week, talking about talking wrestling. Talking about the happenings of the week. The main happenings of the week, and
Right.
any topics that may arise while as we're talking. I got something to go off about AEW on later, but go ahead.
Oh yeah, we're gonna get there when we get there.
Get me started. Well, I guess you will get me started.
Oh, I'm definitely gonna get you started.
We're gonna get started. Yeah, it's gonna be a fire show today. But going back into Drew and not Drew, Sheamus and Braun Breaker. Sheamus had an interview backstage Monday Night Raw, setting up this match for Saturday night's main event. Here comes Braun Breaker, and they get in the heated pushing. I guess you could call it like a little shoving contest, as you may call it, setting up Braun Breaker defending the title against Sheamus at Saturday night's main event. Now, Mega, my brother, you being new to the show, what are your thoughts on that?
On the actual setup or the match?
Or the actual setup?
Well, I look at it like this. Sheamus has gotten chance after chance after chance after chance to win the Intercontinental Championship. I understand it's the one who's got away, for so many years on even longer than a decade's run in the WWE. I thought the setup was fine. It's not something we really haven't seen before. It kind of puts you. It makes the match look important because the chase has been on for so long, and then you have to ask the question: does he really do it this time, or is it just another banger of a match? And we found out, but I'll let you carry on and get us there.
Man, all right. It's interesting that you say the chance after chance after chance to win the IC title. My question is, when do you run out of chances, bro? Like, I get it.
Yeah.
Y'all trying to, I get it. Y'all are trying to make it happen at WrestleMania. It doesn't need to happen at WrestleMania.
No, it really don't.
It really don't need to happen at WrestleMania.
To me personally, it really doesn't need to happen at all. I'm just gonna keep it a buck. It doesn't really need to happen at all. I like Sheamus just as much as the next guy. He brings it. He brings the fight every single time. But it's like this day and age, you want to see that Intercontinental title on some young stud, that's trying to remake it, the way, a Macho Man, Shawn Michaels, Bret Hart make it. It's for that young workman's championship, that up and comer, to use that, to pretty much move their way up to a world title. So me seeing it on a 40-year-old Sheamus, don't really. It would be a nice little moment, but
it would.
It's not something that I just. Oh my goodness, I gotta see it. I gotta see it.
I mean, I don't necessarily got to see it, but I mean, it's obvious y'all want to do it, so just do it. Just do it.
Here's the perfect opportunity to do it. Do it at the Chamber and end it.
They should have had a Chamber and end it. If anybody, he should have taken it off of Gunther.
That would have been the perfect opportunity for him to take it.
Right there, Sammy really didn't need it. He's been Intercontinental Champion like 3 or 4 times. Like it was a nice little moment. They won't give him a world title, so it's like, oh, here, we'll just have you beat Gunther. Like, yeah, okay.
I could name 3 people during that title reign that should have took it off Gunther before Sammy.
Yeah. You and me both. I could probably name about 5 or 6.
Chad Gable being one of them.
Chad Gable's one of them. Sheamus is another one. Chad Gable's one. Sheamus another one. And he ain't defended against Dragunov.
He's another one.
But I would have picked him before Sammy. I'm not gonna front with you.
It would have made any one of those guys. Sammy didn't need it.
Nope.
You know, but it's like I understand the story, but it's like
Sammy was literally made the year before with everything he did with the blood. Sammy was already made.
Right. Setting up, we're moving on to the main event of Monday Night Raw, where we had a rematch of WrestleMania, where we had Seth Rollins going one-on-one with Drew McIntyre. I'm going to let you have this one. Because I know the history. And forgive me,
you trying to get me in trouble with my wife. Okay.
Hey,
if I gotta talk about Tony
D'Angelo, you're talking about Drew McIntyre.
This is bullshit. You try to get me caught up.
We're doing that.
All right, bro. Okay, fine. Listen. She hates him so much. Okay, so this is the basic crux of this battle between Drew McIntyre and Seth Rollins. Is basically y'all are saying the exact same thing, but are somehow finding a way to disagree on it. Like, y'all y'all are both saying the exact same things about Roman Reigns. Y'all both feel the same way about Roman Reigns. Y'all both feel the same way about CM Punk. You're both admitting each other's right. but the something about the delivery for y'all.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like the way you saying that. Hey,
exactly.
You know what's to that point? During the match, Drew grabbed Seth by the face and said, "We want the same thing. We should be on the same side. What is wrong with you?" And I'm like,
bro, listen, I'm gonna keep pointing it out every time because it keeps being true every time. Drew, Seth, and KO are all saying the same thing, whether y'all realize it or not. Okay.
What people don't seem to realize, there's only one X factor in this whole situation started, and we just named him Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns is the X factor in all of this.
But what's deeper is that's on the surface level. On the surface level, yes, Roman's the cause of all this. Deeper than that, it's not really Roman. It's their obsession with Roman.
Their obsession with Roman, starting with Drew.
Like,
Drew ain't been right since Clash of the Castle. Drew ain't
exactly. Right. That's what I said. Starting with Drew.
Like, listen, I don't know if we can start with Drew because they've been terrorizing Kevin Owens.
Yeah.
Before that. Okay?
True.
I mean, the man hit him with a golf cart. Okay? With a straight face. Like he didn't even have an angry face. He wasn't laughing. No emotion, just straight like he wasn't even there. Like, bruh, listen. There's a big part of me that wants Kevin Owens to win at Royal Rumble, even though I know he's not. But there is a huge part of me that wants him.
We're gonna get to Royal Rumble predictions later on in this show, and I can't wait to see what y'all have to say. But it was a great match. Unfortunately, It wasn't a great night for Seth. Drew hitting the Claymore.
No, was it a great night for my wife?
Drew McIntyre hitting the Claymore, defeating Seth Rollins for the 1, the 2, the 3, the winner of the match, Drew McIntyre. But it did not end there, ladies and gentlemen.
Congratulations, Drew. Don't care.
Drew McIntyre continued to attack Seth Rollins, and out of nowhere comes Sami Zayn, trying to be hero. Him and Drew gets into it. I think Drew kicked him in the face as well.
No. He threw him into the steps, and then went back in, on Seth, and then Sami came back in, tried to help again, came in with a haluva kick, Drew moved, and Sami connected with Seth. So now it left on a cliffhanger of how is Seth going to take it, but social media showed later on that as they were walking up the ramp, they were talking, and Seth said to Sami, I get it, I understand, you got to be more careful. And then he was like, you just got to be more careful. Wake up, Sami. And then he walks off. Bruh, I feel like they're slow building with Sami's heel turn that no one is really seeing.
I don't think it's gonna be Sami.
I don't think it's gonna be Sami.
Don't get me wrong. I don't think it's gonna be Sami, but I feel like the way they're building it, it's looking like it would. Oh, speaking of Sami, we left off a big thing that happened with him on Raw. So let me just double back to that real quick, and then we'll move on to the next one. So Sami was out there. He declared for the Royal Rumble. He did his thing. And then Kevin Owens' music hit. Now, this shocked me because I thought we had more time. I was like, I thought we had more time, Sami. But apparently not. We're doing this right now. Okay, so KO comes out. He's got the Winged Eagle title. He's wearing a Bret Hart. He's wearing a Bret Hart jacket after it was announced that Shawn Michaels was going to be moderating him and Cody. God, I love Kevin Owens. Anyway, he comes up, gets in the ring, and it's tense. This is real tense. Sami starts talking first. He goes, look, how is this going to go? How are we going to do this? Kevin Owens is calm. He's like, what are you talking about? He goes, well, you're going after anyone who helped Roman Reigns, and I helped Roman Reigns. And Kevin Owens is like, yeah. At first I was confused by that, but then I thought about it and I understood. I got it. Like yeah, Roman Reigns did some horrible things to you, and I have done some horrible things to you, but you forgave Roman Reigns. You forgave him. Just like you forgave me. That's the kind of person you are. That's who you are. That's what you do. You're forgiving like that. And you forgave Roman Reigns, and when he needed you, you were there. You helped him. And you forgiving me. Just when I need you, I know you're gonna be there. So he's like, just like I'm going to be there for you to help you win the Royal Rumble. And then we can, fulfill our dream of main eventing WrestleMania for the WWE Championship. The Kevin Owens is a damn evil psychological freaking genius, okay? Because nowhere in anything he said can you say he was wrong. So now if Sami Zayn doesn't help him against Cody Rhodes, to Kevin and to a lot of fans, Sami looks like the asshole.
This goes back to their days on NXT, where we saw the infamous power bomb.
Days of Ring of Honor.
It goes back to the days of Ring of Honor as well. Do you really think that Sami Zayn is going to help Kevin Owens beat Cody Rhodes? I don't think so.
I'd be shocked if he did. However, I'd also jump out of my seat with
And
Megan, hold on. Wait. Megan, before we get NXT, because I know. What is on this situation?
I'm sorry, you were auto tuning.
What are your thoughts on this whole Sami and Kevin situation?
I think it's probably breadcrumbs to where Kevin doesn't win the title and he blames Sami. He's so pissed off. He blames Sami and then probably tosses Sami out in the Rumble that he's not even in. So that could reignite the flame because he has to blame somebody. If he loses a ladder match with Cody, he can't blame anybody.
No.
It's like that's his whole gimmick now. Is blaming others for his misfortune. Can't blame Roman. Can't blame, well, he wasn't messing with Punk, but he's at the point in his character where him and his heart, he can't do any wrong. It's everybody else.
Right.
Not him, it's everybody else. It's the world against him. So he can't live with the fact that he just lost. Like he couldn't live with the fact he lost Saturday night's main event, stole the damn replica belt, and calling himself a champion. The real world's champion type shit. So it's like, you think that's all gonna go away? After the Rumble, got your mind. So he's gonna have to have a scapegoat. So that scapegoat is probably gonna be Sami.
Poor Sami.
Like, and you help me.
Poor Sami.
I said I would help you, but you didn't help me. It could be a point in the match where he's calling for him. Sami, come on, I need your help.
Like, where
Sami,
you at?
Where you at, Sami? He's nowhere to be found.
Man, I can see that. And shout out to one of our viewers, Hill. Shout out to Hill. And he predicted Sami and Kevin at WrestleMania. I can see that happening.
They've already dropped the breadcrumbs when he said that. You and I the title. So it's gonna be who just ain't gonna be no title.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
Speaking of titles.
Oh wait. So we go there. We go. Oh god. Okay.
We go in there. NXT.
This is where I shut up. Go ahead.
We had the North American title on the line. With a challenger, Ridge Holland.
Who's the champion, right?
Going against this Rocky fake wannabe Italian by the name of Tony D'Angelo.
I mean, he's actually Italian. I will give him back. I will give him
that. But Sean, you're not listening to me. We do not want to see Tony D'Angelo and Oba Femi for the NXT title. No. We already seen them with the North American Championship. Let him lose properly to someone with the North American title and let him earn his way. Don't hand it to him because he's North American champion, Sean. Don't do it. You're hearing it from me. Do not do it. But we had Tony D'Angelo going one-on-one with Rich Holland for the North American Championship. And it was a great match. It was an awesome match. I mean, he's putting in a little work in NXT. Not that he still has to impress me here. I'm sorry. He hasn't impressed me yet.
Reggie, I think you hated just a little bit. Just a little bit. I think you hated.
Here's my downfall in this match. It was a great match. Why, Izzy Dane? Why did you have to ruin that match by kicking Rich Holland in the face and letting Tony D'Angelo retain the title that way? Really?
Reggie.
Why is Izzy Dane in this storyline to begin with?
Reggie, I have a question.
What is your question?
Okay, no. I'm coming back to the camera, and I hope my camera is not sideways. Okay, good. All right. Honestly, okay. You honestly would rather live in a world where we have Ridge Holland holding any type of gold over Tony D'Angelo?
I did not say that. Here's what I said.
That's what was going to happen if Izzy Dane didn't do what she did, okay? That's exactly what was going to happen, Reggie.
She ruined a perfectly good match. How did you know that he wasn't going to retain another? He was on his way to retain.
He was about to hit it with the move, Reg.
No.
Okay, go ahead. Continue.
Izzy Dane should have just left it alone. He probably would have kicked out. He had the family out there with him. One of them probably would have stopped.
They got distracted. They was doing something. They was doing something. Who ran out? Was it OTM?
Mega, what are your thoughts on Tony D'Angelo being the NXT North American champion?
Well, I got to give a disclaimer. I haven't really watched NXT since the CW switch over. I don't really watch any of this stuff live. I'm pretty much down everything, and I have not been able to find NXT. I do usually catch their PLEs though. Tony D'Angelo as a whole, he's one of those characters that only will work in NXT. And he's like the typical, stereotypical Italian wise guy. And he's okay in the ring. His gimmick, his charisma is better than to me. And the story with him and Oba was like the David versus Goliath thing, the Rocky Apollo thing. It was pretty much that story verbatim. He pretty much plagiarized Rocky. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you.
He's okay to me, but he's like, I'm trying to see who I could compare him to. He can't bring that shit on to the main roster. Stuff it's not gonna work. So I get it. NXT is pretty much, it might be his ceiling. You don't change something up. That's the same thing with what's his name? He's YS6 now.
Joe Gacy.
Yeah, it fit perfectly for NXT. Smaller, you have a cult following. It's like good for there, but he doesn't have the exterior to really capture the casual fan. He doesn't have that large to really draw in a casual, be like, okay, that guy looks like somebody. I think that guy is somebody.
Right.
Walking the airport, I don't know who he is, but I know he's somebody.
Right.
You have to have that if you're gonna, number one, be on the main roster. Well, not be on the main roster, but at least make an impact, to be at a high level. Like I said, he's okay, but for NXT, I haven't seen what they've done lately. The last time I seen him is when he beat Obafemi for the title. And it's like, okay, well, he had to lose to something. So, okay,
Right.
cool. He's over. He has a little following. So he had to lose to somebody. Okay, I'm all right with this, but I don't really know what they're doing with him right now. I do see NXT highlights every now and then. I did highlight of that match where a girl helped him win. I don't know the story behind that, so I'm gonna let y'all handle that. But that's my little character.
I can see his character in TNA, and
that's why I left it up. That's why I left it up.
I see Tony D'Angelo in TNA, and will he do well there? Who knows?
But that would be the perfect place to start, tinkering. Since they have the partnership now. If I was going to see somebody there, that's probably who people I would start with to see how he works with this crowd. The testing ring.
We have to talk about this segment because when I seen this person do this in the locker room, it's a meme of this, ladies and gentlemen. I am talking about Wesley running his mouth. We talking about that. Wesley running his mouth in the locker room. Trick Williams walks by him. And he starts talking trash about Trick. Talk about, speaking of former champions, Trick Willie. How does it feel to have Ethan get a shot before you? Trick Williams slapped the soul out of this man's face, okay? He stumbled.
Listen, Vic Joseph stole my shit, okay? Because as soon as that happened, as soon as it happened, first off, I don't know why you have accident. Two big nothing dudes, them two big nothing motherfuckers did nothing when you got slapped.
Nothing.
But honestly,
they did nothing when you got slapped. All they did was help you up. All they did was help you up. First of all, let's start there.
I'm sorry. I would have laughed.
When it happened, listen. Facts. I'd have broke character. I'd have had to hide my face. Yeah. But anyway, when it happened in real time, Mega, you were there. I typed in the PWR chat. Trick slapped him so hard. Trick slapped him back to Desmond Xavier. Okay? I said it in real time right when it happened. Then fast forward, Wes is in a match. Vic Joseph right there on commentary. Trick slapped him so hard he thought his name was Desmond. You stole my shit.
He had his handprint on his face still while he was wrestling.
It was a whole, like all the fingers. You saw fingers on this man's face. Oh, dog, like if somebody just walking in would have the Thugnificent reaction. Damn, what did he do to make him that mad?
What were your thoughts on seeing that slap?
Now,
I already gave boxing.
This being black men, we've heard the term as children of getting slapped into next week.
Mm-hmm.
That boy woke up. It was already the next NXT tape. Like, I know he was like, what do y'all slap me?
Hold up. Hold up, he slapped him so hard he woke up in TNA and cost the Rascals the tag title.
It's like the angle, like he like caught he like the whole side of the face,
like bruh, like straight
like yeah.
hand, like
I said,
all
man,
the fingers.
it's like the timing and the distance, and he caught him perfectly. I'm like, you choreographed.
See, this is why I'm an advocate for having a beard. Because if you had a beard, like you wouldn't have got slapped, like you would have got slapped that hard, but his whole handprint wouldn't have been on your face if you had a beard.
You'd have missed the last 2 feet.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, oh my god.
West wasn't done there.
Wait.
Trick Williams is getting his title back or ready to go to the main roster.
I'm gonna say main roster because they're not taking it off over no time soon. I'm telling you that right now.
I'm gonna say
my thing with Trick. I'm sorry to cut you off, Reggie.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if he's ready. I really don't know. Now, they might treat him a little differently, but Mello, he's slowly getting in there.
Mm-hmm.
Slowly.
The only reason he's not
very slowly
because of his size, but he is shoulders above Trick. Like Trick got the mouthpiece. Trick is okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'll put him. He's probably he's probably on the same level as D'Angelo. Tony D'Angelo on the in ring. On the mic skills, he there. You know, he himself. He's a big dude. He's tall. You know, got the dreads going for him. He's a good looking guy. He's larger than life. He would just be average on the main roster. I just don't want him getting lost in the shuffle. Could they do something with him? Of course they could. And I've noticed one thing. Triple H doesn't treat these NXT alums like he did his own.
Right.
So those are HBK's guys now. You know, Trips ain't in there to really invest. They're doing okay. I guess my main point to that is what's her name? The new Taya Valkyrie. The bird chick.
Lyra Valkyria.
Lyra Valkyria. She ain't over at all.
Right.
Like, not at all. She's probably the last person that should have won that IC title.
Right.
But that's his kid. That's Triple H's kid. You know, it's like she's like one of the last ones before he took over.
Mm-hmm.
Man got put out. He is force fed us her. She's decent.
Mm-hmm.
You know, she lacks appeal. She doesn't really bring you in. You know, she's good. I'll never doubt that. But you got to admit, you know, Trips is gonna prioritize his kids over everybody else.
Right.
I just don't want Trips to get up there and be put in a corner somewhere. You know, every now and then he comes out, you'd be by Ludwig Kaiser or somebody. You know
right.
You know, or gets to push up the Guthrie just to get sat back down.
Right.
You know, like you have enough people now where you don't have to force. You don't have to force the issue bringing NXT up. What I would like to see is him go over to TNA and get more experience with like a Dolph Ziggler, a Moose, you know, all them. I would like to see them mix that shit up. You know what I'm saying? Plus, that gives them more exposure, gives them somewhat of they're kind of the same crowd, but, you know, different environments. You know, how do you operate where you don't have, you know, WWE guys don't have the pin? I'm pretty sure they have, you know, influence. You know, I'm pretty sure you're like, all right, Well, I don't want them losing. You know what I'm saying? But it's a different environment. I kind of want to see that kind of thing happen before people just automatically go up to the main roster. There's no room for them to do it. There's no room for them to shine. Like
Right.
we're in a situation now where you can really take your time and groom them, prepare them, because there's so many, it's not that many slots now. And then you got SmackDown, doesn't really have its identity yet, and Raw is still kind of working. And they're still trying to work out the kinks to be like, okay, you're on Raw, you're on SmackDown. It's kind of like a transition,
Right.
transitional period. So let everything get solid, and then, okay, there's a slot for you right here. I'm gonna have you feud with such and such for a little bit, and we're gonna transition to this. Have a solid plan instead of just moving them up just to move them up to get a pop, for a shock value.
And he took the words right out my mouth because, and like he said, Trick is like he's there, but not quite there. And I want to see what they're gonna do with Trick. Like, put him in the Rumble. Let's see how he's gonna be in the Rumble. Like, let him get that experience.
If Trick comes out in the Rumble, I'm predicting that main roster crowd whoop that Trick chance the entire Rumble, the whole stadium. I'm like I could easily see that. I will say, to your point about him possibly heading over to TNA. Now I know because of the AEW partnership, they'd be hesitant to put the world title on someone from NXT.
True.
But I can see Trick Williams challenging for and winning Digital Media Championship, the X Division.
The X Division title, right?
Either of those. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it wouldn't be a bad look on TNA either because, yeah, like I said, the title's being shown on WWE television.
Yeah, they love that.
Yeah, they would. Yeah, they would.
Like that's not a bad look. It's not a bad look at all. Like, bro, like, yo, listen, this is not the TK partnership, all right? Because that benefited nobody but TK and AEW.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and bro, like what we gonna do with NXT? All I'm doing for AEW is talking about TK. But anyway,
we could talk about that right now.
We about to because I got to be inside by 6:30. But anyway, but yeah, this is not that partnership. So I think y'all would be a lot more stable if y'all were to put one of your lesser championships on like on somebody from NXT. Like without question. Let's get into this AEW problem, dog, because that's what it is really with AEW. It's a problem. And the problem is TK, Tony Khan, as as I like to call him, Anton Khan. Okay.
Yeah,
let's call a spade. I'm not the first one to say it. I'm damn sure not the only one to say it. The Death Rider storyline is not working.
It's not.
No.
Okay. It's not working at all. Not in the slightest. It started off promising, but it has fallen off a cliff very quickly. And now it has y'all stuck in a holding pattern because who y'all ultimately want or wanted to be the one to take it off Moxley is now climbing a mountain and is gone for months to go do that.
Now, being
yeah,
I was there when it started. All out. I think I was like third row, front center. I was looking at my bro that as we've been to countless of these events. We looked at each other and was like, the fuck was that? What is that? But they tried to suffocate Daniel still with a plastic bag. I'm like, why don't you just poke a hole in the mouth? Like, what
just go for the bag. Like, yo, why did they dog? Nobody ever goes for the bag. Why?
Oh my goodness. All right. So they already started off on the wrong foot to me. The problem that I see in this whole gimmick is, what are you? What is your identity? It feels like they're trying to come across as NWO Diet, but at the same time, they're not really trying to force a takeover. And it's like, okay, you guys don't deserve to see the title, so we're going to put it in this briefcase. Okay. It's gotten to the point where, like, damn, I forgot Mox was the champ.
Right.
Like, your stuff ain't been seen since like October. And it's like, that is your biggest billboard. Is your world title. And seeing it on Mox, okay, they didn't have to desecrate it or nothing, but they could have did something different to it, to where, like, I'd have put a whole bunch of, just for an example, we putting a whole bunch of duct tape on it. Okay, it's out here, you see it. Y'all don't deserve to see it, but it's mine. You know, this just me shooting in the dark. There's nothing formulaic. There's nothing uniform about them. Their music is trash. It's just some beat, some Adobe, whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's like, y'all don't dress the same. Y'all don't look the same. You know, Pac still comes out in his his undies. You know what I'm saying? Wheeler Yuta just looks like the little kid in the corner, you know, hanging out. I got to hang out with the cool kids, even though, you know, I'm not I'm not a bone crusher like them type deal. And it's like, Claudio is supposed to be like the enforcer, you know, and it's just like, Marina don't even look like she's look out of place as hell. You know, she's trying to be like a China version, but it's like, you choking these dudes out. You ain't but $130. Like, how am I supposed to take this serious? You know, I'm out of shape as hell. She can't choke me out. You know, I don't care if I get hit in the nuts first. You're not choking me out. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's not making sense in one way. Truthfully, I stopped watching AEW for maybe like 2 months. So like, I had to get caught up from, like, I may have just started back like in late December. I think I missed like November. Missed all of November, most of October. New job, you know, not enough time. And it's just the shit that I've been seeing. It's not making sense to me. So my time is valuable. I can't, you know what I'm saying? I can't waste a minute. You know, and it's just like, y'all haven't really been pulling me in. And Beast, you know, I've been at AEW diehard since day one. You know, I've been to maybe 20 events in the last 4 years. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I want them to win. You know, that when I come in, through security know who I am. You know what I'm saying? They give me, hey, what's up, big fella? They know. I come in, you know what I'm saying, Drake with the belt, you know what I'm saying? They remember me. We chop it up, you know, we walk the bam. And it's just like, what are y'all doing? Like,
It's the same way out here at Daly's place with us.
it's like no
Bro.
vision. It's like no straight
Right.
vision. Okay, this is where we going. This is where we want it to end. Here are the pieces in the middle. Let's book backwards. But they don't do that. You could tell they don't do it.
Like,
I've
okay,
heard.
I don't mean to cut you off, but let me just get this in real quick. Like, this is the second. Let's call a spade a spade. This is the second failed takeover storyline y'all have run.
Yep.
And the reason the first one failed is because Anton doesn't want it to even appear on TV that he's not running the show. So already right there, you cutting the legs off of the EVP storyline. And then with this one, you got a group that's claiming they're taking over the company. Not everybody in the company gives a fuck.
There's nobody manning.
Not enough people in the company give a fuck.
I'm with my brother Mega. Not to cut you off, Beast, but I'm with my brother Mega. I haven't watched AEW since December, and the only person that kept me interested in AEW is Swerve Strickland. I'm sorry.
I'm not, bro. I'm not now. Now I'm gonna say this. I'm not gonna say there's not stuff to get invested in AEW. There's Swerve storyline. There's Tony Storm's current storyline with Mariah May.
Right.
There's the Hurt Syndicate, which again
became the new AEW World Tag Team Champions.
I mean, yes, but still, God damn it, can y'all let us E-Fetters have something? God damn it. Anyway, y'all took the final
boss. First the boss out the syndicate.
Like what are we doing? Anyway, so there's stuff. Oh, the Will Ospreay, Kenny Omega, and the Don Callis family storyline.
Love it.
Bravo. There's stuff to get invested in, but it's your main storyline.
What is the identity? Like my brother said, what is the identity of this group? What is your identity? This is not like he said.
It's your
main
this
is a takeover that nobody cares about.
Listen to all the other storylines that I just said. Okay, you want to know what's the problem with this being main storyline? All those other storylines shouldn't fucking exist because all of them should care about this one.
Yep, they should be involved in a little bit of everything.
Yes.
So I'm like, what are y'all taking over?
Look at House of Black storyline. They're about to lose Malachi Black.
They already lost it.
They did. They lost him. He's gone. They made it official.
Look at what that group is doing. They're reinventing themselves. That group is better than this group. They have an identity.
Bruh. The acclaimed's breakup storyline is better than this storyline.
Yes.
Okay? The acclaimed breaking up is better than your main story. Just kill it. Just end it. We don't care. Just end it. It's done.
And watch them push it all the way to All In.
I was just about to say that.
They're gonna push it all the way to All In.
They're gonna milk this all the way to All In.
Okay. Two questions. If they do that, which and for all intents and purposes, they're probably going to do, because I've said it before, Tony Khan is living long enough to see himself become the villain, or i.e. Tony Khan is living long enough to long enough to see himself become Vince McMahon. But anyway, um, let's say they push this thing to All In. One, who do we think is going to do it? And two, will you care?
It's gonna be Darby.
Yes.
That's who it's gonna be. And personally, I won't care because you haven't made this mean anything. You haven't grabbed my attention long enough for me to give a fuck about. It's all about the journey.
Mm-hmm.
It's all about the journey. Make me believe, okay, this shit might be real. Okay, maybe they're serious about taking over. Maybe they're serious about growing their forces. This is supposed to be about elevating the young guys. You know, why haven't y'all taken out Chris Jericho?
Right.
Instead of teaming with him? Why
Right.
haven't
Oh
y'all
my
taken
God.
why haven't y'all taken out Jeff Jarrett?
That right there, when that match was booked, that shot the whole shit in the foot. Okay?
It was cool.
That shot
And
the whole thing in the foot.
He just doesn't get it. Like, this is Tony. You remember when you were like a young boy, teenage, whatever. You had your wrestling collection, you had your ring, you had your championships. You got to book however you wanted to book, and in your mind, everything was right. In your mind, okay, yeah, I need to go this way, I need to go that way. That's Tony. He's my kid's little toy box. He's got his little wrestling ring.
Mm-hmm.
He's got his Osprey over here. He's got his Omega over here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what if these guys, they team up? They don't like each other, but they have, like, this is the only storyline that kind of makes sense. But it's like, okay, they need to go after the Don Callis family because the Don Callis family wronged both of them. How the hell they get the best of four top-notch athletes in a street fight, in the crowd? That don't make sense to me, but okay, it happened. But
I'm not gonna front with you. I don't mean to cut you off, but I'm not gonna front with you. I said the same thing as it went on longer. I'm like, so nobody else is gonna come out and help them. We really do. I said, Kenny, I know you love video games, but we really doing Double Dragon right now. We're really doing Double Dragon right now. Okay, Kenny.
Streets of Regg.
Right.
So it's like, in his mind, he thinks he's doing the right thing because that's how he sees it in his head. On the other side, you can't tell billionaires what to do.
Mm-hmm.
They got that fuck you money.
Yeah, they do.
Oh, you should do this that way. Oh, fuck you. My idea is better. But as long as he has people like Dave Meltzer who just want to get a piece of credibility and is telling them, oh, Tony, you're doing great. You're my Booker of the Year. Oh, thanks, Dave. Thanks. So that's like in his head.
But even Dave is saying it. But even Dave is saying it. Even Dave and Brian are saying it.
Yeah. But at the same time, he's already got that ego stroke. Oh, you guys know what you're talking about. I got this. Oh, I got all this wealth of knowledge around me. You have Jeff Jarrett, who ran TNA for the greater part of 10 years. You have fucking Chris Jericho. You got Christopher Daniels. You got Dean Malenko. You got all these people that have centuries worth of knowledge in this game, but somehow
you just mentioned. Yeah, go ahead.
You know it's better because you put all this together. Mm-hmm. You put all this together. You made this happen. You've made all these people rich, so you guys it shouldn't matter. You guys just do what I say. Even though you got Taya Valkyrie pissed off. You got um, Perazo pissed off. You
Mm-hmm.
got you got people who aren't being used that you just won't let go because that's gonna hurt you. You got Ray Phoenix who you could have let go. You got Tony
What are you doing with
Which
Ricky
you said it
Starks?
again.
Ricky Starks. You
Which
got
you
Ricky Starks.
all now. Here's the thing. All of that, all of those that you just mentioned at the beginning of this company, you said you weren't gonna do that, Tony.
Mhm. But now he
Remember that?
sees it's a business.
We remember.
He yeah.
Why do you think?
He
Not to cut you guys up, but why do you
go
think
ahead.
Cody walked out the door? Why do you think Jay walked out the door?
Because they knew.
Why did they knew? And now you just lost Penta.
Yep.
That's saying something.
You
That's
knew they
saying a
knew.
lot,
Like it looks, the grass, saying always look greener.
right? The
But
grass
the
ain't
the
always
the big
greener on the other side.
the biggest thing was Cody leaving because he was the EVP. He was there from the start. He was the poster child.
Mm-hmm.
He's the reason they really got it going
Right.
off of his name. And he probably signed a non-disclosure. That's why he can't talk about it. So he's like, okay, it's not looking good here. I done built my name back up, or I done built it better than what it was. You know, timing is everything. Timing is everything. And it's fucked up where they fucked CM Punk up.
Yeah.
Drop the ball with him. He's your biggest merch seller.
Yep.
But y'all found a way to fuck that up.
The worst thing y'all could have done was air that footage.
Yeah.
All you
Yeah.
did
And he
that,
did, and it bit him in the you know what.
that reminded me of when WCW used to leak the Raw results live on
Yes.
TV.
Yes.
Make you switch to the other channel real quick.
Real quick.
So that'll put butts in the seats. We all old enough to remember that.
Mm-hmm.
Like how can you make every decision you have? How can you just make the wrong one over and over again? So it's like the people who
And
he brought there, that the people he got in there to help him, they
sir,
see they
I
see past.
know. I know everyone around him was like, yo, don't do that. I know everyone around him was like, don't do that. I know the
I fear
Young
for
Bucks
my
were
life.
like, don't do that.
I fear for my life. We have to fire him with cause.
With cause. With
Exactly.
cause.
Bro, I know even though they played along and just went along and played their characters, I know the Young Bucks was like, don't do this.
Don't do that. Yes. Yes.
But you
Yeah.
just said you can't tell a billionaire what to do. But real quick before we gloss over SmackDown and wrap up, because I really got to get inside. Anyway, you mentioned Christopher Daniels. Him and Hangman is another thing that's good that you should pay attention to. The whole arc of Hangman, because he went on this whole craze because of Swerve, right?
Yeah.
He definitively ended the shit with him and Swerve. They came out on top, but now he's still fucked in the head. So Daniel's trying to be a friend. He was trying to, be a friend and, be there for him and snap him out of it. But he's so screwed in the head, all he wants to do is fight everybody.
Mm-hmm.
So it ended up with him and Daniels having to have a Texas death match. And the shit was so violent and so brutal that Daniels had to retire. Like definitively retire this time. And he came out and told him that. Bro, the soft, subtle storytelling of Hangman, who's been screwed in the head for months behind Swerve, hearing that he is now the cause of his friend having to retire. And the soft, subtle story that, like, he didn't even say it on mic, but when Daniels hit him with the soft little what? When 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 Daniels hit him with the news, it was the first sign in months of the old Hangman still in there. Like, bro, don't get me wrong. They storytelling is still at times can be top notch. Okay, it's there. Y'all have to. Y'all need to switch the focus, bro. Y'all need to switch the focus. Kill this shit dead. Kill
Yeah,
it dead.
it's not it's not
It's not
benefiting
working.
anybody.
It's not. I'm gonna tell you who is benefiting from this. Let's talk about Friday Night SmackDown. Can we talk about? Can we talk
Listen,
about?
Let me just say how this whole podcasting shit has turned Reggie into the Segway King. Okay, this man segue off of anything. Go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
Friday Night SmackDown. One match I want to talk about in particular. LA Knight, Tamatonga. Let's talk about the promo backstage between Jacob Fatu and Tamatonga. Now, everybody knows, and if you don't know, you should know. Jacob Fatu is a beast. He's a mouthpiece.
I'm telling y'all,
What
Jacob
got
Foster is
me?
different. Michael, again. Y'all have stolen my shit, and everybody that watches this is a witness because I've been saying for months the words Jacob Fatu is different. Okay, I've been saying that for months, and I'm watching Saturday Night's main event last night, and that's exactly the words that came out of Michael Cole's mouth.
Michael
And I
Cole's
said,
mouth.
"You bastards have done it to me again. You bastards have done it again. That's twice this week."
Jacob Fatu is not human, and we've seen that. We're going to get to that.
He's not
But
normal. He's
the
not regular, y'all.
Tama Tonga is hilarious because after that promo that Jacob did, he goes with everybody saying, yeah, 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 yeah.
Yo, listen, Tama Tonga. Listen, Tama Tonga. I've loved the man since New Japan. Like
Yes.
me and my late brother Ziggy, our tag team was based around the Gorillas of Destiny. Like, yeah, like yo, listen. I'm telling y'all right now, and it kind of saddens me to say this, but at the same time, I know he's gonna get his like mid card success. Tama Tonga is a main eventer that we will probably never see in the main event picture. And I'm telling y'all that
That's
right now.
sad.
Okay. I'm telling y'all that right now. Okay. Like personality wise, ring skills wise, everything. It's there. It's all there. First off, I need to know how the hell he's Haku's adopted son. Because you look just like, first off, all of your adopted children look just like you. Who did you adopt them from? Me?
That's true. That's true. They all look alike.
Haku adopted Ming's kids. Okay, that's all I can think of. Because all of them kids look just like you. Okay,
Hmm.
so I don't know. I don't know how long we're gonna believe this adopted thing, but
No.
yo, Tamatanga is a main eventer that we will probably never see in the main event picture. And that's sad to say.
Yeah, unfortunate. But family just got home, so I got to sign off.
It was nice having
All
you,
right, bro.
brother.
We about to wrap up here anyway. It was great having you, bro.
Yes, sir.
All right, man. Next time. Thank you for coming on, folks. Real quick, the only thing we're gonna mention about Saturday night's main event is Jacob Fatu, because that man, I mean, folks, all the results of the matches were pretty predictable.
It was pretty predictable. No, exactly. No one lost their titles, but Jacob Fatu and Braun Strowman was the match of the night. I'm diving right into that match.
Mm-hmm.
Braun Strowman and Jacob Fatu was being endorsed all week.
Let me start walking inside.
This match did not disappoint. Unfortunately, we didn't have a winner, but the way
we had a winner.
We had a winner, but the way that this person won, it kind of sucked. But knowing Jacob,
Braun Strowman won.
We know Jacob.
Braun won by disqualification because Jacob was whooping his ass. too bad.
Hip attack after hip attack after hip attack after hip attack, and he wasn't done there.
Busted the man all up.
He wasn't finished there. Moonsault after moonsault after moonsault. It's a lot of people, even Tama Tonga tried to calm him down. Jacob said no. I said I was going to whoop this man's ass. I'm going to finish what I said I was going to start. He went in the ring, hit him with another moonsault. I counted 7.
I
counted 7.
Yeah, I stopped counting after a minute. But anyway, folks, Jacob Fatu is different. I don't care that they've started saying it now. Y'all know y'all really know who started it. So that's all that matters to me. Folks, we thank you for joining us for another week of Over the Barricade weekly wrestling podcast.
His camera froze.
Definitely. I think the highest we've ever gotten was 4, and I was excited for that. So I greatly appreciate all of you. Reggie does as well. I had to be a little quieter now because I'm inside and my boy is sleeping. But be sure to tune in next week, where we will be here to recap another crazy week in the world of wrestling. I am Beast. That's Reg. Mega, we thank you for coming on with us. And we will see y'all next week. I cannot bang the gavel this time because
I'll do it for you.
I'm not where I could do that. So
meeting adjourned.
We will see you guys next time. We out. And I'm going to run the outro as soon as I find it.
I was worried about my cousin.
Facts that. Stop playing my cousin. Act like you know he lying. He's telling the truth. Stop playing him, yo.
You're like, we're not done.
Hold up. Wait. Is this our equivalent to Triple H putting up the graphic at the bottom?
Yes.
Mel Dorothy, I'm Blanche, and show.
This is Rose, you dummy.
Listen, I ain't
Rose. Stupid.
So quick. All in like 5 seconds. And all it takes is this. You asked the question, I gave you an answer, sir.
First of all, I ain't want to see your nipple.
Okay. Listen.
We gonna get canceled. We don't play that.
They can talk shit. I don't care. Hey, I'm the king of controversy for a reason. As long as they talking, you put me in the rooms I need. Because the genuine people and the people that are trying to figure out who I am don't realize that I'm a genuine dude. So anybody that be talking shit about me or trying to mislead my fucking path, they ain't doing nothing but hurting themselves anyway. It's already written, bro. You know?